Have you ever wondered if your zodiac sign existed? Not just in the modern world, but millions of years ago, when humans were still living as tribes, when every heartbeat was tied to survival, and every single person had to play a sacred role. Imagine a world without cities, without writing, without the safety nets we take for granted today. A world where the stars still whispered the same secrets above, but life on Earth was raw, primal, and full of danger and wonder. In this world, Virgo was not known as the perfectionist of the zodiac. Instead, Virgo carried another name, the healer of the tribe. The tribe gathered near the river under a canopy of stars that seemed brighter than we ever see now. Firelight flickered across stone walls, casting long shadows. The hunters returned with what they could carry. The gatherers brought roots and berries. Children played barefoot on the cold soil, and the elders whispered stories to keep memory alive. But survival was fragile. A single injury, a single sickness could wipe out an entire family. One wrong decision could starve the whole group. Every person mattered. Every role was sacred, and this is where Virgo stood out. Virgo did not need to roar like Leo or charge like Aries. Virgo did not need to chase the horizon like Sagittarius or invent tools like Aquarius. Virgo's gift was subtler, quieter, yet no less essential. Virgo noticed what others overlooked. When a child coughed in the night, Virgo heard it before anyone else. When a hunter's wound looked small to the eye, but carried the threat of infection, Virgo understood the danger. When plants grew in the forest, others saw food, but Virgo saw medicine leaves that could soothe fever roots, that could stop bleeding herbs, that could calm the restless heart. In those prehistoric nights, when the tribe huddled close to fire, Virgo's hands were never idle. They crushed herbs, mixed ashes with water, pressed poultices against wounds. They watched the stars not to predict war or conquest, but to mark the cycles of health. The seasons when illness would spread, the time when food needed to be stored, the days when water turned foul. Virgo's strength was never in battle, but in preservation. Where Aries brought the hunt, Virgo made sure the hunters lived to fight another day. Where Capricorn built the shelter, Virgo ensured the shelter remained free of rot and disease. Where Pisces told the stories, Virgo kept the tribe alive long enough to hear them. But this role was not easy. Imagine the weight of carrying lives in your hands when tools were nothing more than sharpened stone and knowledge came only from watching, learning, and remembering. Virgo's heart was both gift and burden. They cared too much. Every cry of pain struck deep. Every life lost lingered like a wound that never healed, and yet this is what made Virgo's spirit shine brighter than the firelight. Even in grief, Virgo learned. Even in silence, Virgo noticed. Even when hope seemed small, Virgo's steady hands brought comfort. There were nights when the tribe feared the unseen, the fever that spread like wildfire, the poison of a strange berry, the bite of an animal in the dark. While others trembled, Virgo stepped forward, not with brute force, but with patience. They boiled water before it was instinct. They separated food when others would have eaten without question. They soothed the sick with herbs that only they had the patience to test. In their quiet way, they carried the wisdom of survival. And though the tribe may never have called them a leader, every soul knew that without Virgo, their fire would not burn as long. And so the healer's path was carved. Not in glory, not in shouts of triumph, but in the soft whispers of gratitude that rose when a child's fever broke, when a wound closed without infection, when life returned after despair. Virgo may not have been remembered in songs of conquest, but in every breath that continued, in every heartbeat that carried forward into the next generation, Virgo's gift endured. If you are a Virgo today, maybe you have felt it, that quiet pull towards service, that instinct to notice the detail no one else sees, that deep desire to fix, heal, or bring order to the chaos around you. Maybe you have carried the same weight feeling, too much caring too deeply, sometimes wishing you could turn it off. But just as it was in the tribe, this is your strength. The world survives not only on warriors and dreamers, but on those who keep the flame alive. Life 10 million years ago was harsh, but even then the stars whispered of balance. Aries may have hunted Leo, may have inspired Sagittarius, may have wandered, but Virgo healed. And because Virgo healed, the tribe lived. And because the tribe lived, the story of humanity continued. So when you look at the night sky today, remember this. Truth long before your name, long before calendars and clocks, long before civilization itself, your spirit had already taken its place. You were there by the river under the firelight, carrying the knowledge of survival in your quiet, devoted hands. You were the healer of the tribe.